Hello one and all, my name is Ryan Bruce, my friends call me Fluff, and today we're going to check out the mega high gain Sabot Generation 3 amplifier from Armored Amps. When it comes to guitar amplifiers, there are, in my mind, there are two schools of design and types of high gain amplifiers. You're gonna either have the high gain amplifier that has a gazillion channels and a gazillion modes per channel, and it has all the bells and whistles, and it has digital stuff, it has analog stuff, it has option paralysis. Or you can go the other way and you can have, you know, a $4,000 Marshall based single channel thing that does something really, really well with no bells and whistles. That's the same price as the bells and whistles boy. Well, Armored Amplification has the Sabot now on Generation 3, and I think it is a perfect middle ground between those two different kinds of amplifiers. Now, before we go any further, this is a sponsored video. Armored Amplification has sent me this Sabot, which is right here because it's too big for me to hold, right in front of you to point at. However, all thoughts and opinions are mine. Now, the Generation 3 Sabot that we have here today is a single channel affair, but don't let that terminology fool you because really it's a single channel on paper. It has all of the bells and whistles you would need for mega high gain tones, and that is what this amplifier is for. It's not trying to be many, many different things. This is not a jazz amplifier, ladies and gentlemen. This is a metal machine. Let's talk about the Sabot in terms of what you can get. And I want to point out that the amplifier I have here is just a certain configuration, as this is basically a mod platform that you can order. You can order several different mods from Armored should you decide to order an amplifier. You can get several different gain stages. You can get a noise gate thrown in. You can get an actual TS-808. Yes, a TS-808 in the front of the amplifier. You can get a couple of different things, and they're always being added to the list. However, at the time of purchase, you would just have to basically ask, hey, what mods you got? And you would basically pick from that list, and it would be installed in the amplifier, and it would be to your place. That's pretty cool. Now, the Sabot in all forms comes with a sweep and attack knob, which the sweep is going to adjust the center point of the mid frequency, and the attack is going to adjust the negative feedback that is filtered through the phase inverter, if that makes sense. The attack is basically going to, if you turn it down, it's going to round things off. If you crank it up, it's going to not round things up, and things are going to feel and sound a little sharper, whereas the sweep is going to change the midpoint. Think of the sweep as like the mid knob on a Boss Metal Zone. Do you know, remember how that actually functions? I'm not saying this sounds like a Metal Zone, but I'm just saying how that sweep worked. This works in much that same fashion, so you can kind of figure out how scooped or not scooped you want the mids. Now, on the rear of this amplifier that I have here with me today, there is a thick switch, which adds an extra gain stage, but there's also a 4-way variac switch, which I very much find useful in bedroom environments. Not that you would specifically buy this to use in a bedroom, but you could if you wanted to. However, the 4-way variac is very useful. In this, for this video, I have it all the way up. All right, so let's wrap this up. What do I think? This amplifier is $2,500. I think that is very competitive, especially when you consider things like, Fortin-based anything. This makes me think of a Fortin flavored amplifier with low mids. That's basically like, this is a very, very aggressive amplifier that you can shape to however you want to sound with any guitar that you have. I find the sweep and attack modes to be my favorite tools to kind of shape what I'm doing. If I had something like, a traditional Gibson Les Paul, I would probably have those controls in a different setting than I would the, EMG equipped Jim Root Jazzmaster that I used for this video as an example. I also think the mod platform thing is very, very cool. Yeah, it's a cool amplifier. Very, very aggressive. It's just an aggressive amplifier, and I enjoy it. I will link down below in the description for all things Armored Amplification. And with that, you've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.